Simplification. There's one criticism made of economics is that economic theories and models are unrealistic. They are assumptions. So this is true, but it is equally true of Newton's law of gravity, Einstein's theory of relativity, or any other theory or model. This is because any theory or model has to be a simplification of reality if it is to be useful. Imagine, for instance, using a map that describes an area perfectly. To do this, it would need to be a full-scale reproduction of the graph of the map of the entire area, which will give no practical advantage. Alternatively, drop a feather and a metal ball from the top of tall building. You will find that they do not descend at the same speed, as one law in physics would predict, because the law assumes that factors such as drag effect caused by air do not exist. If a model is to be useful, it has to be simple. The extent of simplification depends on its use. So, what they are telling us about simplification is we have to simplify things. So if we have a model, models are too complex. They are too much information. They have too much branches. So to make them easier for us to understand, we need to simplify them. So if whatever assumptions we have, if whatever information we have, to be able to use those information, for those information to be useful, for those data, for those theories, for those models to be useful, they have to be simplified. You can't imagine you can have a large map. You know what map is, right? Map.
Yes.
Map.
Yes, I know.
That talks about direction and places.
Yes.
When you have a map of the world, can you find out Libya in that map? It's difficult. A very big map for the world, you need to find Libya. It will be difficult. You need to simplify it.
Yes, Africa.
To Africa.
And then you have to start finding the road.
That is what simplification is about. Yes. So when you have a large thing, you have to find a way to make it simple for it to be useful. Yes. Do you understand? Yes. That is the point they're making about simplification. So for models and theories to be easy and to be useful, they have to be simplified. And simplification means making them easy to understand. Is it clear?
Yes.
The next paragraph here, it says simplification implies that some factors have been included in the model and some in the last paragraph there, and some have been omitted. It could even be the case that some factors have been distorted to draw attention to particular points in a model. Like I told you, the world map is large, but we need Libya in the world. It's difficult to find Libya. So what do? We eliminate some. We eliminate until it is Africa. From Africa, we can still simplify to have North Africa, where we can find Libya. Okay. Or just finding Tripoli in the world. To get Tripoli in the world map is difficult. So the first thing you have to do is make a continent. Yes, the continent, after the continent,
find
Africa. The country. After the country,
the Tripoli.
Then Tripoli. So this is what simplification is about. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about simplification?
No.
Good.